My name is Jim Howell. I'm from Aorta. I don't know, I'm not here representing them at this time. I want to say that we agree with many of the Opal issues, especially for the idea of generating additional revenue from park and ride, and also eliminating that $3 million increase in subsidy to the streetcar. The streetcar line on the east side was built primarily for land use development, not transportation. I am a transit planner, and no logical transportation planner would have laid out that alignment as a bus route. So we're really not gaining anything in service. And in fact, the $6 million that you currently pay every year was supposed to be a ProCo in exchange from the city for doing a signal prioritization. And although this project was done 6 years, or actually it was more than 6 years ago, almost a decade ago, there's been no reports whatsoever on whether it actually has achieved what it was supposed to do, and that is to increase the productivity of the bus routes. So until that happens, I think you should seriously consider cutting back on that $6 million you're giving to the city every year for a streetcar. What I really want to talk about is, I think you have a copy of what I'm going to talk about, and that is the fare changes. Many of these changes are incorporated in Opal's proposal, and I'd like to just kind of briefly go some of the advantages of what I'm proposing here. And basically eliminates the concentric fare zones as proposed. By the way, when I worked at Trimet back in the 80s, I was involved in reducing the concentric zones from 5 zones to 3. So this is in the right direction as I see it. Establish the adult fare as $250 and adjust for all fares by template. And I have a template down here. It would give a logical way of increasing or decreasing fares over time that would affect all the fare categories. Converts the free rail zone to ride rail all-day zone, which is the local proposal. Combines youth and student and non-citizen into one fare category. This is something that has not been proposed. I think it ought to be seriously looked at. It would reduce the fares for youth. It may increase slightly fares for those of myself included that are elderly, but I think it would be a simplification of the fare system. Discount all ticket books offering 11 for 10. That's another proposal. Discount off-peak tickets, and here I'm proposing a peak off-peak. There we go. Okay, you have it in front of you, and I'd be glad to discuss any of this with any one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim, for the detailed proposal. Mr. Clark, do you have a comment or question?
Question, Jim. The very first line of proposed adult fare, you're saying keep the proposed adult fare as stated up above. Just curious what's proposed adult fare
Well, what I'm suggesting is that you do increase it to $250. That's a little different than Opal's, but I want to remind you that I'm recommending 2 possible discounts from that if you buy tickets. And tickets, in this particular case, should be much more broadly distributed than they currently are. In other words, there's all kinds of ways of distributing those tickets, which in fact would reduce the fares for those that need the most, and that's the low-income folks.
Okay, I understand that part. Thank you, and thanks for being respectful of the time.